I have to share this with you. You know, every morning I get up and I have this pile of stuff that I have on my dresser, and I always grab it and fill my pockets. I'm sure a lot of you guys do it too. But then one day I decided, you know, I got all this stuff, I'm going to forget it. So I'm going to put it in a bag. And as soon as I put it in the bag, I realized it stopped being my stuff on my dresser, and as preppers call it, it became an everyday carry, or EDC. Hello, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Belinda.
And we're Normal Prepping. Prepping doesn't have to be hardcore, you know, like we always say. It's just the little things in life sometimes that you need. And, you know, I knew this like growing up with my mom. You know, she always had her purse, the magic purse. Remember that?
What do you mean, remember it? I still carry it.
Yeah, that's right. You still got one.
Yeah.
But, you know, I could be in church or whatever, and I would, you know, be, you know, rambunctious or whatever, and she'd always have something to give me to keep me busy or something, you know, in that purse. And that's what this is. And everything that I have here is what I keep in my pocket. However, you can, you know, have the same stuff in a purse or even a glove box that you carry with you. And it doesn't have to be what I have. Start doing some brainstorming and come up with some ideas. Maybe you'll find something different. And I know you have stuff in your purse.
I do. That I carry all the time.
Yep, and it doesn't matter. You have a purse, you always switch it over, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, same thing.
Does.
So first thing I'm going to go through is actually not what's in the bag. It's stuff I carry with me, but either it doesn't fit in the bag or it just works. So the first thing I have, and I have it on my keychain, and this is a CPR face shield. These little CPR face shields. And what this does is it covers the person's face if you're, you know, giving CPR. And if you haven't had CPR, take it.
Training.
You gotta have the training. Yep, definitely. Always get as much first aid as you can.
Yeah.
And then once you're, you know, certified, then get yourself these and put these on your keychain. And I actually did find these online, so I have links in the description for this and a couple other things I have here that are a little harder to find. But these things are pretty nice. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, and I carry this in my belt, and this is a multi-tool, you know, knife. We've all seen them. I don't need to open up and do a little show. But these are really nice to have, and they're easy to carry, and you can carry this in a purse or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Or at least have one in your car, because those are handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one I have that this could go in the bag. However, it's kind of bulky and it pokes holes in the bag, because you'll see my bag here in a second. And this is called a Faucet Key, or I call them an industrial Faucet Key. And what it does is it has all these different ends. So say you're out, you know, in a town and you don't have any water.
Oh, it unlocks the faucets for you.
Yeah, it opens up the faucet. And I also have a link in the description too, because these are hard to find.
Yeah, if you don't carry it with you, maybe have one in your car. At least your bug-out bag for sure.
Yeah, and I have this in my bug-out bag, and honestly, it's not in my pocket all the time, but it kind of comes in and goes, because it's kind of big and bulky. But it's really good to have, and it's, you know, I like to carry it. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we'll get to the bag. Okay, I didn't get the fancy, you know, bags because, well, I'm a backpacker and I like to use Ziplocs because 1, they're cheap, 2, they're light, and 3, you can see what you got inside. Okay, to start how I do my bag is I have, if you notice around the outside, just so I have some electrical tape, I put electrical tape on it. And that way when you peel it off, you can actually have some electrical tape. And that also holds my bag closed. And one thing I do, and this is something on a side note, is I always put a little tab. See my little tab? I fold it over. And that makes it so you can pull. Otherwise, you've got to dig with your fingernails. And I do this with duct tape, electrical tape, any tape I have, so I can always find where it starts. So I have 2 of them. So I pull it this way, and then I pull it that way. And then, ta-da! There you go. It looks like that. Pretty exciting, huh? There's the video. No. So let me just go through randomly what I have in here.
Stuff he has is pretty much, I carry the same thing.
Yeah, she has it in hers. Okay, the first thing I have, and this is our nitrile gloves. And I always like the nitrile gloves because one, you don't have to worry about people with allergies with latex. And also they're a lot stronger and they're resistant to more chemicals. This can be good. These are good if you have, you know, an emergency where you have to work on a person, you know, maybe they're bleeding or whatever, you have your gloves. Also, if you need to work on your vehicle or get under your vehicle, check the oil or anything, you have some of these. And they're small, they're easy to carry. The next thing I have, these. Can't tell what that is, I'm sure, because I wouldn't be able to tell you. These are tablets to sterilize your water. They're these tablets you put in, like say you have to get some water out of a stream or a creek. You put these in your water, you let it sit, and it kills all the germs that are in your water. They're small, they're easy to carry.
Very handy.
Very handy. Okay, the next thing I have is, okay, back to some tape. This is a pencil. And then what I did is I wrapped it with duct tape. So not only do I have the electrical tape on the outside, but I also have some duct tape. The next thing I have, and this is something that I know you always have to carry, and this is a little teeny first aid kit. Okay, we have just a couple Band-Aids, just regular sized Band-Aids, and then I have a couple antihistamines. And antihistamines are really good, not just for allergies, regular allergies, but if somebody gets like poison oak, poison ivy on them, they take this. Or if they get, you know, stung by a bee and they're having a reaction, these help that. Okay, I won't take these out, but in the bottom, I have some ibuprofen and I have 2 Tums, you know, for the stomach, in case somebody gets a stomach ache. So these are really good. It's just a basic, you know, 'cause like I say, this is that little thing that I used to just throw in my pocket, and now it's kind of turned into an EDC. The next thing I have to go with that pencil I had is I don't have that many, but I have a few sticky notes. And I have those in there just in case I have to leave a note for somebody, obviously, or if I want to jot something down real quick and I don't have any other paper. And I can just write on this. But the sticky notes are nice because, like, say you're in a car, it breaks down or something, you can leave a little note on your window or whatever. So you can get the bigger ones. These are all I had. So, and they're getting kind of mutilated. I might have to change them out. And I know you carry a lot of pens. You always have pens in yours, right?
I do.
Yeah. The next one is, you know, a lighter. Just a small lighter. You don't need a big one. And then what I have, of course, and this is kind of reminiscent of my mom, juicy fruit gum. You know, gotta have it.
Back in the day, your mom's always had juicy fruit gum.
They always had juicy fruit gum. So that's the last that I have. So, you know, if you guys do this, let me know. If you have any ideas of other things that would be good, or switch things out, or, you know, this is just something I kind of came up with. I thought, well, this could be kind of an interesting video. So I really like to hear some comments on this. So thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.